up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, KCTV. Thank you for tuning in again. Now, y'all see I did my first little frontal. Do y'all see me out here, y'all? Now, this was my first one, so this video, it isn't as detailed as I wanted it to be. This is more of like a just, watch me do my first frontal. Shout out to Sunber Hair for sending me this lovely Peruvian deep wave. I'm going to leave the link in the description box down below because, y'all, this hair is popping. Girl, this hair is so popping. But if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, stay tuned.
Okay, so right now I'm showing you all the frontal prior to me putting it in or altering it in any way. Next, you're going to need your bleach, your 40 volume developer, and then this is just me showing it to you pre-plucked. So I ended up just getting 2 packs of bleach and I poured it into my container, or poured it into your bowl, whatever it is that you are using. And then I'm going to take my 40 volume developer and I'm going to gradually add it into the bleach. You don't want to pour too much at one time because you want the consistency to be pretty thick so it doesn't seep through on the frontal. So you're just going to keep on gradually adding it until you get the nice thick consistency that you'd like. And that looks about right. Now I'm just going to take my knife because I had seen this done on a previous YouTube video and it seemed pretty effective, and I'm just going to spread thick amounts across it, pretty much just like I'm putting butter on bread. And you're going to do this throughout the entire thing. Make sure that it is pretty thick. Then I ended up taking my aluminum foil, placing it over top, and I left the bleach on for about 15 minutes. And then I went ahead and I rinsed it out. Now, as you can see, it did come out a bit golden, more golden than I was looking for. So after I ended up rinsing out the bleach, I ended up using my organic shampoo keratin therapy treatment to go ahead and wash the rest of the bleach out. And then I went over it with my medium brown hair dye, just to get that golden brassy color out and make it more my complexion. So I'd say I let that sit in there for about 15 minutes, and while it was sitting in there, I actually ended up bleaching the ends of the rest of my bundles as well as the frontal, which is why you see the aluminum foil at the ends. Then I just went through and I rinsed it out and put some conditioner in it. And actually, after I put some conditioner in it, it kind of took the medium brown dye out of it because it was semi-permanent. So I ended up having to go through with the second layer. But that is how it ended up turning out. And it looked really natural and it was exactly the way I wanted it. So now I'm going through and I'm cutting off the lace prior to putting it on my head because I saw other YouTube videos and it seemed like this was the easiest way to get everything to lay down and be even the easiest. So I did find that this was a bit more effective, especially when creating the baby hairs. And so now after I measured it to my head, I'm just going ahead and cutting off the excess lace. And y'all, please don't talk about my ashy hands. They have been in water all day. So, at this point, the struggle was just too real. I didn't even care. So now I'm taking my needle and I'm going to do 2 rows on each side of the frontal. Now when I do my first 2 rows on this side, then I'm going to take the thread and wrap it behind my head under my braids because I braided my hair straight to the back. And it's going to be sort of like an anchor. And then I'm going to pull the other side really tight. Make sure you pull it really tight. Not too much to pull your hair out, but just tight enough to make it lay as flat as possible prior to you using the Got To Be Glue gel. So after I tied the other side really tight, I went back through on the other side and then I double knotted it. And then I cut off the excess thread. And so this is so you all can see how the color ended up turning out against my hair. Now, I did attempt to do some baby hairs and cut it a little bit thinner and pre-pluck it, but it was still ended up being a little thick, and I ended up going back through and plucking it even more. I actually ended up plucking out a lot of hair in order to get it to be the most natural looking hairline that I liked. Then I went through with my Got To Be Glued gel and I just laid down the ends, and then I held it down on my head with my fingers for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And I really apologize for not recording me doing the baby hairs. I would have to do that in a separate video because it was just too hard for me to stay in frame while also trying to pluck as well.
Okay, so what y'all think? Like, did I do pretty decent? I mean, I personally think I did pretty decent for my first frontal ever. If you guys want me to do a more detailed tutorial, you know, about how I lay my like baby hairs and, you know, make sure that it don't look like a frontal, then I can do that as well. Just let me know in the comment section below. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Do not leave without subscribing. Thank you all for tuning in again to KCTV. I'll see you guys next time.